So today I'm going to review some of the recent mangas that I have read. At the beginning of this video, I just kind of showed you a brief glimpse of my manga collection. I have told you guys, I think in like the last video, that I buy a lot of my manga at thrift stores and like discount stores. Or sometimes I buy them online, like at Amazon or eBay. I can't really afford paying full price for them right now. I'm unemployed, but enough of that. Okay, so the first manga I'm going to show you, I actually read this probably back in high school, but this is Tale of the Moon. There is about 15 or 16 of them. I don't quite recall, but every now and then I kind of come back to this. I know the first thing that really got me into this was the fact that the main character was named Yusaki, which, when I first was reading this, I was on a big Sailor Moon kick. I still am. I love Sailor Moon, and I will, in another video, review my Sailor Moon collection as well as my fairy tale collection, because those are two of my absolute favorites. But this is about a very clumsy girl who is in a ninja clan, or like in a ninja village, who is just incapable, basically, of being a ninja, and she's tried so hard to do this and, wants to make her family proud. And basically she's sent to this other village to marry this man named Lord Hanzo, who is this beautifully dashing man, who, refuses her and stuff. And it's just kind of like all about this, and it's quite funny, and there is a lot of romance in it too, but I won't give any spoilers. And I would say this is actually a pretty good read. I was obsessed with this collection, and I was willing to pay full price for all of them, which, I would say I would rate it a 10 out of 10. So I would recommend this to anyone. I've actually shared these with my friends before as well, so you can tell they're kind of boring and stuff. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for Tale of the Moon. My next one is Alice in the Country of Hearts. And I only have one of these because I got this from a thrift store. So I haven't read the entire series. I read this, I think, in the fall, so not that long ago. And it's kind of just like a spin on Alice in Wonderland. The artwork is really nice. The characters are kind of strange, I don't know, like the fact that I just can't recall it completely. I don't know, maybe like a 4 out of 10. Like, I wouldn't go out looking for this, but if I saw it at a thrift store, I wouldn't turn it down, so maybe I'd read some more of it, but yeah, 4 out of 10 for this one. Okay. I actually showed this to you guys in my first video. This is Nana. Since then, I have finished Nana 1. I haven't yet gone into Nana 2, but I did watch the entire anime, and I know this is a little bit different than the anime, but the art style is very similar. The art style is very similar. And the story seems to go, it's broken up into 2 parts, at least in this first volume. Like I said, I haven't read the second one yet. But, the first part is Hachiko, or Nana Kamatsu, and the second part is Nana Osaki. So, it's just kind of interesting, and I'm really excited to read the next volume. I'm kind of just like, right now, I'm just trying to hold myself back from it because I'm like, well, like I said, I'm not really willing to go pay full price for these, and these are very hard to find. I haven't been able to find them in bookstores. I was very lucky to find them at the convention when I did find them, so I'm just kind of worried that it's going to be a difficult find, so I'm kind of trying to delay the satisfaction, I guess, of reading the second one, and then also, like, being sad that it'll be a while before I read the third one. So, yeah, but this is another 10 out of 10 or 11 out of 10. I don't know. I just maybe it's just because I love the anime. And if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I just got a wig for my Nana Osaki cosplay, which I'm really excited about. And I can talk about my future cosplays for 2017 in another video if you guys would like. But yeah, so this is such a good read. Also, if I haven't said the summary yet, because I don't think I did. So the summary of this is like two girls who have the same name. They come from like different walks of life. You know, one of them is like really boy obsessive, and the other one is like this punk rock star. And, you know, their worlds collide, and it's just like all the stuff that happens. Oh my god, the anime is beautiful, amazing, and so sad, but totally recommend it, and I totally recommend this manga as well. So yes, 10 out of 10 for this. Okay, so my next one is Ultra Maniac. I read this years ago. I think I watched the anime first. I can't quite recall. So this girl right here is Nina, and this is Ayu. And Nina is like a young witch in training. Or, no, yeah, she is a witch, but, like, she's pretty klutzy, kind of, like, very similar to Usagi in this. She is not really an elite level, and she needs to go on all this stuff. Like, she has to go on all these, she has to come to the human world, you know, to accomplish something. So, I don't really want to give away, and I actually watched the anime again, I think, less than a year ago, so I'm kind of, like, recalling the anime. I haven't actually read this in quite a while, and I actually gave away some of these a while back when I was selling stuff online. So sadly I don't have the entire collection. I think I only have 3 volumes of this. I believe there are 5 volumes, so I'm just missing 2 volumes, but both the anime and I believe this manga, I would give this like an 8 out of 10. It was a pretty good read, but it wasn't like that memorable as well, so, you know. Okay. So next is Ultimate Venus. I have the first and second volume of this. I believe I got them both from a thrift. Well, I got this one from a thrift store, and I got the second one from an indie bookshop that was selling them for very cheap. So this is about a girl who loses, like she's lost her family, and then she finds out that she's actually an heiress to this fortune. So she's an heiress to this, like, big company, and, you know, there's people who are, like, there's people who are treating her special, you know, like, she's the granddaughter to this woman who is the CEO of this big company, and, you know, there's people who want her dead, and they're kidnapping her, and who can you trust, and who's your real friends, and it's like all this. You just don't know what is going on, and this is really interesting. You know, from like the first volume, I was like so into it, and, you know, I just kept being shocked. Like, you have no idea where the story's going. I've only read, like I said, up to volume 2, but, like, I was just like, I have no idea where it's going, and I really love to get, like, the next volume. So, like, I keep checking my, you know, thrift stores and stuff, hoping that somebody will drop it off there, but hasn't happened yet. So, yes, I think I would rate this another 10 out of 10. Okay, so this is Yu Hakusho. I'm sorry if I am butchering the name. But this is kind of about a guy who is kind of like this bad boy type who is... So basically what happens is he saves this kid's life. And, you know, like, everybody up in, like, heaven is like, well, we don't know what to do with him because, is it, like, first of all, he wasn't meant to die. Like, this is not part of his, you know, life plan. He wasn't meant to die. And second of all, like, where does he stand? Like, he hasn't done enough bad things to be considered, you know, go burn in the depths of hell. And he hasn't done, you know, enough good. Because even though he was a bad kid, he risked his life to save somebody else's and ended up dying for it. So it's kind of just like trying to figure out where he stands, and there's a little bit of like hints of romance in there. Also, another thing about this is written by the author who also wrote Hunter x Hunter, who also married of Sailor Moon. So they're kind of like a power couple in the manga world. So yeah, this is pretty good. I think I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. It's not typically the things I would read. Like, it's not the style I would read. Usually I like a strong, you know, female lead. But the reason I read this was because I got it at a thrift store and I was like, okay, you know what? It looks sort of interesting. So, yeah, an 8 out of 10. Okay, so my next one is Princess Ai. So this is an interesting story. It is about this girl who just, you know, wakes up one day. I think like she woke up in like an alley or something, and she had no idea who she was. She just was wearing like this like strange kind of outfit, and she had like this heart box and stuff, and she ends up, I think like somebody almost tries to rob her or something, and then this like guy comes up and saves her, and I don't know. It's a complicated beginning, but basically the gist of the story is that, just like the title says, she's a princess, but she's not a human princess, and that's like what everybody's trying to figure out. Like, there's this whole thing going on about where the world she comes from. She comes from a place called Island, and it's kind of hard to figure out, is she human, is she angel, is she something else? You know, where does she stand? So it's kind of interesting. I don't really want to give all that away. This was a really good find, though. This is the entire thing, and I think I got this for like $3 or so. Maybe, yeah, I think it was $3 from Savers, which was a good find. I wasn't really sure at first, though, because like the cover was like really gaudy, and I wasn't really sure what this was going to be like. I don't know, like this is like a little too much for me. But now I'm actually really interested, and I kind of almost feel like I kind of want to cosplay as her, so it definitely changed my perspective. I'm going to like change my view of this completely. So I think I rate this a 9 out of 10. It's pretty good. Okay, and so the last thing I have is, I just finished this, I think, a couple days ago. This is Emadoki Nowadays, and so this is kind of about a girl who joins, who starts at a new, like, private school, or, like, this elite school, and everybody that goes there, or I guess mostly everybody that goes there, is part of some wealthy family, and they're all just trying to get ahead of life, you know? Kind of like, think like of Ouran High School, or in High School Host Club. Like, think of that. Like, everybody's like that. And then you have the one girl who just got here, like, due to brains. Or, you know, like, yeah, so she got here, like, due to her brain. And, you know, people, like, realize that, and they just call her mean things. And her name means dandelion. So they keep calling her Weed. And then you have this guy here, who she meets the first day. Or no, the day before the first day. and he is like tending a garden and stuff, and you know, he seems like a sweet guy, but when he's around everybody else, well, he's quite the opposite, you know, and then he's like this big family guy, like, sorry, he has a big family, like, a big family name, and, you know, everybody's, like, wanting to marry him and have his kids, because they're gonna get ahead of life with that, and it just causes all this drama, but she just wants, you know, to be his friend, like, she knows that deep down, he's gotta be a good person. So, yeah, I would definitely read the next one of these. I recommend it. I think this would be another, like, 9 out of 10. So, that is my collection so far. I've been trying to read some more manga books. I, like, try and get in the habit of, like, reading one book a day with the manga series, because usually they're a lot easier to read than, like, you know, novels and stuff. I mean, I've just been kind of, like, stuck with reading. I have so many books in my collection. So, like, you know, I'm just trying to get through them. Also, like, some of the issues I have with some of my manga books is that because I buy them from thrift stores, I tend to have the issue that I don't have the first one. Or, like, I have gaps in the series. So, it's a little bit frustrating. Like, especially, like, if I don't know if I'm going to like the book, or, you know, like, if I don't know if I'm going to like the manga book, I'm not sure if I'm willing to pay full price, you know, to get another one or something. So, it can be kind of aggravating. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know. You can leave a comment below. Please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe if you would like to see more like this. I definitely have some more books that I can share with you guys. I would also like to share with you guys my Sailor Moon collection and my fairy tale collection. And if you guys would like any more recommendations, let me know. Okay, bye!